In this video, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I'm gonna do to get from 6 to 7 figures over the next 12 months. To give you a little context, I just launched a brand new offer in November of 2022. Within 3 months, was able to get to the 6-figure mark. So I'm on track to hit that 7-figure mark within the next year. I just wanna show you exactly what I plan on doing to get there so that you can utilize this in your coaching business as well. I think it's important as we create content to almost document our journey rather than just preach this is what you should do. So I'm just gonna show you exactly what I'm gonna do. Before we get into it, go ahead and smash the subscribe button for weekly videos like this. I create a lot of content that's just gonna be geared at helping you get started online and grow to 10, 20, 30,000 dollars a month. And if you wanna go towards $1 million, you can too. So let's dive in. All right, so we're on the computer now and I've got it pulled up in front of me. How I'm gonna get from 6 to 7 figures is actually a lot easier than it looks or than you think it would be, okay? So before I launched the accelerator, my current offer, I had the first thing that I did was I really focused on creating a content system of like, how do I actually create content that's good, that's engaging, that gets people to like, share, etc. So I did that first. And that allowed me to really have a dialed in system for content creation. So I did that first. And for actually, let me just rewind a little bit. So for context, I set up one of these systems at a time. For me, Instagram is still my primary channel. So this is where I get most of my leads. And as you can see, like the target for here is to sign 2 to 3 clients a week. Last week I was able to sign 3. So I hit that target or KPI, but that's the consistent number that I'm looking to sign on an ongoing basis from Instagram alone. If you haven't already watched out my free training that it's over here, I would do that because I talk a lot about this of just niching down and focusing on one thing at a time. So for me to get to 6 figures, this is all I had. I had an Instagram strategy. That allowed me to get to 6 figures very easily. Now that I'm trying to go from 6 to 7 is when I'm gonna start relying more on paid advertising to get more consistent and predictable lead flow. But I didn't do any of that until I had one system that was working to get me to 6, which was Instagram strategy. What I did and what I still do is I post at least 7 times a week, giving a lot of value to my audience. I start 20 to 50 new conversations a day. Ideally, I'm looking for people that have engaged in my content because those are the easiest and warmest leads to have conversations with and book calls with. So that's where I'm looking first, but I'm also looking at other people's pages, competitors' pages, people that also serve coaches, and I work with coaches, so I could find a coaching certification program and start engaging with people who engage in that account. But ultimately, by utilizing that strategy of posting daily and starting more conversations, I have hired a part-time messenger, so somebody who's in my inbox, in my social media account, and is engaging with people for me. To get to 6 figures, it was just me. So you don't need somebody in there to work for you, but once you get to a place, you can hire somebody at like anywhere from 15 to 30 hours a week, or full-time if you want, to just really be in there and booking calls. So right now my messenger is working 20 to 25 hours a week, and she's booking about 1 to 3 calls a day on that platform, which helps me hit my target of 2 to 3 clients a week. So this system is up and running. It's working. It's relatively predictable. I say relatively because this part's predictable. If I start this many conversations, I should book a certain number of calls. But this part, like the Instagram algorithm's it's just gonna do its thing, right? So I can't, when I think of Instagram and I think of content creation, even with YouTube, like I use posting more as a way of nurturing than I do as a way to grow my business. Let me say that again, just if you didn't hear it. I use content, YouTube and Instagram, as a way to nurture my audience. I don't use it as a way to grow my brand at this moment. In the future, that may change, but I know that there's more predictability with outbound messaging and paid ads than there is going viral or creating an audience from the content I produce. Okay, so what I mean by this is if I send 100 messages to coaches, and I have a really specific niche. So for you, if you're a fitness coach and if you're a nutrition coach and you work with CrossFitters, you need to message 100 CrossFitters, but not all of those 100 CrossFitters are necessarily going to want nutrition support, right? So same thing happens with me. I know my niche is coaches, so I can send 100 messages to coaches and knowing that about 20 to 30% will respond. Of the original 100, I should have anywhere from 2 to 5 calls booked. But as you can see, like with outbound, this is a predictable engine in a way. Like it's not always, there's variance, right? I could get 1 call booked. I could get no calls booked. Sometimes it happens, right? But for the most part, if I look at the data over a 3 to 6 month period, these are the metrics I'm seeing. I can't really predict that with my social media posts. I can though with the outbound conversations, right? And the same thing is applied to paid ads, right? So if I spend $100 a day, let's just imagine that, it costs $10 a lead, which is pretty standard for a fitness offer. It could be actually lower than that. Business coaching is closer to 20 to 25, but that should give me 10 leads a day. Not all of them will be good quality. That's part of it. The same thing here though, right? Not everyone's gonna be good quality, but I've got 10 new leads a day who are interested in the service that I'm offering. Okay. And if I have 10 leads a day, how many calls can I book? At $100 a day, maybe you can book a call a day, maybe not. It just depends, right? But you can see there's predictability here. Where here, there's not. The inputs of content aren't going to necessarily create the outputs of new clients immediately. Long-term, yes, but even then it's still challenging to create like super clear KPIs and goals and targets for. But if my goal was to hit 7 figures and I know that I need to sign maybe, I believe it's like 5 to 10 clients a week to have that happen, then I know that I can reverse engineer it to how many messages do I need to send or how much money do I need to spend in paid ads to get this number of leads. And of course I can improve this process. Like what if I got this to be 30 to 40%, or if I got my cost per lead to be 5? There's definitely things that can be done to improve these numbers, but with the content, again, it's more of a nurture play than it is an acquisition. Step 1, I created my organic Instagram strategy system, and this was what I launched with and was able to get, like I said, to this initial 6 figures. After that, I started YouTube because honestly, 1, it's a great nurture platform, but 2, I was starting to run YouTube ads. For me to run YouTube ads, I wanted someone to be able to click my profile and have videos to watch like this. So I wanted to have something there. So that's why I originally started. And the same thing for Instagram, or Facebook. I'm not gonna run an ad that don't have content on that page. So I decided to get in YouTube for that. And also YouTube is a really long-term play, right? Like you're watching this now and like, oh wow, it's a lot of value. But somebody could find this in a year from now and they decide to watch it. So over time, this could build my brand, but I decided to start posting on here because I'm running YouTube ads and I wanted someone to come back and it would help me. Yeah, if I'm spending money on the platform, I may as well have stuff there that people can engage with and check out to see, oh man, this is cool. I do want this, or maybe I don't, right? Totally fine. So that was originally my thought of why I did that. So right now, these systems today are up and running. They are functioning. Everything is working. Of course, we're always improving, but this is working. This is helping me get to 6 figures. What's gonna help me get to 7 figures is going to be adding some paid acquisition. Right now, I'm experimenting with the channels to see which channel is going to be the best long-term fit. I've ran ads on both. Right now, I'm currently testing some Instagram and Facebook ads. I might have them together, but I really wanna have one primary channel to start with that I've got dialed in. And right now, again, I'm working more towards Instagram and Facebook because that's where my primary way of getting clients is. So I just want to supercharge it. Both YouTube and Instagram are going to be pointing to a free training. And I'll link that in the bottom below. And you'll also notice that YouTube is linked to this free training because like I said, the free training is going to be linked below. And at the end of every single YouTube video, there's going to be this link. So if anybody that watches my YouTube wants to learn more about what I do, they can watch this free training. And if you decide to do that, you are going to be put into a text and email sequence and we'll be able to connect. We'll be able to talk. We'll be able to see if it's a good fit and if I can help you. And if I can, we'll book a call. And if you decide to work with me, great. That'll allow me to get to that 2 to 5 clients a week. This is the model. This is what I'm using. This is what's working. Of course, there's variations that could be done here. I could run an Instagram ad to the video training that's delivered via Messenger. I've done that, experimented with that a little bit too. But ultimately, like, this is the high level system without getting too into the weeds of like what it is exactly that I'm doing. But I wanted to share this because there's not that much complexity in this business, as you can see, because look, marketing and sales is just one part of the business. I've also got fulfillment, which is coaching, right? Getting the client results. So I want to have less moving pieces as I get started. And as I create a system, like I said here, I created this Instagram system, then I added the YouTube system. Got it. Both of these are functioning on full speed. I don't need any help here. Now that I've got these things functioning, a lot of it's outsourced. Now I can work on a new channel. I'm going to create a process around that to get the consistent result of 2 to 5 clients a week. Then if I decide to do more, I'll do something else. I probably won't though. The only thing I could honestly see myself adding to this is going to be some sort of like email marketing. And I could be doing that now. It's just it's focus and I'm getting a good return on these things. So I'm not doing a lot of email marketing. I might send an email probably when I've got spots open. I'll probably do that once a quarter or so, but I'm keeping that relatively light right now. But these are the things that I'm working on and creating systems around so that I can replace myself and really let the business work for me, which is really the goal, right? Is to have the business work for me because, yeah, that's what business is for, right? Business should support our personal life and not take from it. And if we set it up properly, that is something that we can do. So that's all I got for you guys today. If you enjoyed this, smash the subscribe. I create content like this at least twice a week. And we'd love to continue to support you. So we'll chat next time. Peace.